3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? But we're going to go right from that into a more current list of items that we have, and that would be...
Since John Moxley, Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Here we go, officially week number 3 in the Wrestler of the Week, Wrestling of the Year, Wrestler of the Year standings. Is there anybody who wants to kick us off this week? Do we want to go to Mark? No, we'll go to Tim. We'll go to Tim first. Tim, we can't hear you.
Hey, Tim's muted. Muted. Great. Because I was trying to tippity type while I was talking.
We get you.
Or while Jim was talking. I didn't want to. Yeah, I know. They're on the screen, but you can't go. In my impression, if you win a major championship in a week, I think you're in line to be number 1. And Kenny Omega has started his belt collection, capturing both the Impact and TNA World Heavyweight Championships at Impact Rebellion from Rich Swann. So first place marks goes to the cleaner. Second of all, an impressive showing at NXT this week, standing tall over both the NXT Tag Team and Cruiserweight Champions is Legado del Fantasma. So all 3 of them getting second place votes for me. And then third, a person who dominated the conversation outside of the television screen over the last week due to her suspension and her return unexpectedly on Raw, and a decent match to boot as well, is Charlotte Flair. So my top 3 in order: Kenny Omega, Legado del Fantasma, and Charlotte Flair.
Very good. Anybody want to go next?
That suspension really showed her. Have the rest of the week off.
That $100,000 though.
Yeah, but that's pocket change to a Flair.
Well, that's true. That is true.
That's a Friday night at the bar.
It really is. Probably. Much like Tim, I can't disagree with somebody. If you win really any championship in any given week, you should find yourself on this list. Three legitimate world championships that Kenny Omega currently has. So Kenny Omega is absolutely the number 1 on the list, and really I think should be on anybody's list. That's a huge accomplishment. Jim, I know it's going to be tough, but we'll see if he even makes Jim's list. We'll see.
I don't know.
We don't know. It's always something with Jim.
I mean, Lashley did return this week.
Bobby! He did. Unfortunately, we didn't have any Mr. Kyle O'Reilly, so I don't think we're going to hear any great sound effects this week for that. So that's my favorite one. That's a bummer. Number 2, I have Josh Alexander, your new X Division champion, kicking off Impact Rebellion. Jim, that's kind of like their No Limits division over in Impact Wrestling. It used to be called TNA.
I mean,
oh boy,
I have no idea who that is.
There was a couple guys from the WWE that wrestled over there
before they made something of themselves.
Like Booker T was over there. There was a guy named Christian Cage.
I have no recollection of a Christian Cage.
Okay, that's fair. So that was a big win.
Is he related to Christian, like of Edge and Christian?
Slightly. I think they're cousins.
Okay.
That's why he had to put the cage behind his name.
Well, that makes sense.
Picking up the win then over TJP and
Oof.
Ace Austin. So
Oof.
really good way to start Rebellion. My number 3 is Darby Allin from AEW. That is, we saw Darby pick up his 9th straight title defense, beating 10 from the Dark Order. I thought that was an okay match. There was some extra stuff with Ethan Page coming out, so for Darby to still pick up
Shocking.
the victory. Jim, Ethan Page is the guy that used to wrestle with Impact.
I remember Ethan Page from like LCW, KPW.
Yeah, he wrestled there too once.
Yeah, I remember
that
him
one
there
time.
once. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
He was the Pokemon champion there,
he
wasn't he?
was.
He was.
Him and Vinny Marcellia was the match. It was a great match.
So Ryan,
Um,
what I am understanding is you have 3 superstars, none of them from WWE.
Correct.
This is your first warning.
And there's a
Just so
part
you
of
know.
me that hates that you call other wrestlers superstars, which I just always think is a WWE term.
It is actually.
And like we can just call them wrestlers anywhere else. But
Right, but why would
labeling them
I-
superstars? You definitely hit that
Right.
a lot.
I do.
You're my superstar.
Oh, well, thank you. You're gonna make me blush. As if there was any shock, the Jacksonville Jaguars drafted Trevor Lawrence.
And we are keeping track of that live on the screen. You
Oh,
don't have to go anywhere to get your draft
look
coverage.
at that!
We've got
Look
it in
at
a
that.
lower box on the screen.
That is awesome.
I will donate part of my screen time for
Love it.
the draft results.
Absolutely. If I'm up there, drop the draft results right here. What I'm saying absolutely isn't important.
Matt or Mark, do you guys want to go next?
How's is Detroit doing anything in the draft this year? How are they making out?
Detroit has
Yeah.
0 picks in the draft, Mark.
I'll be darned.
If you had to pick a team, Mark, what team would it be? Detroit?
Well, I think if I pick Detroit, nobody can accuse me of being a bandwagon jumper.
That's true.
Sure. So Detroit's beautiful this time of year too.
No, it's not.
Sure. No, we'll hit him with it.
it.
Okay,
I
Jan.
make
Sure,
those
Jan.
lying claims all the time, and that's a tough claim to make, Mark.
That's bold.
Whew.
That's bold. Sure, Jan. Whatever you say. Mark, why don't you go next since you already kind of had the floor?
All right.
Let's see. Here we
We're
go.
doing-
Here comes the adventure.
All right. Now, number 1 was I'm going to remember this week. So everybody calm down here. We had El Fantasmo El Gato was number 1. Number 2 was Punisher Martinez. That was Mercedes Martinez. I was close. I really enjoyed her match on NXT. It's nice to see her back doing something. And number 3 was that guy who paints his face from that All Elite Wrestling
Thing.
Darby All In.
That one.
Sting. The
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
I'm really enjoying the TNT title, and I like that it feels important and that it's on the show each week, and I'm liking that. So I'm going to give Darby All In the nod, even though it probably wasn't the greatest match, but I'm liking what they're doing with him. So
And
there's
this is
my
like
3.
the second time in the last month I think it's actually closed the show. So, that's been a nice twist that title not only gets featured every week, but gets top billing. So
Is it really that simple for us to care about a mid-title card? You just have to defend it every week? Like that's really all it
Well,
should take.
I
It's
mean,
like the TV title, WCW.
Right. I mean, John Cena did it with the United States Championship and it elevated it. It seems like that's just all you have to do. And for some reason,
and it doesn't.
some companies don't get it.
I was
WWE.
gonna say, be careful, Ryan. You already have one warning. No. And it doesn't even have to be. I don't even think there has to be a match every week because there was a couple of weeks where the TNT title wasn't defended, but like Darby Allin and Sting were out there, and you saw the title. So like it felt like it was part of the show. So even if you're not going to defend it every week, at least make it part of the show. I mean, especially if you have, in some cases, 3 hours. There's no reason to not. Has anybody seen the wanted poster, the missing poster, the Raw Tag Team Champions? Because they seem to have vanished into thin
They're
air.
back. They're back
I
next
bet
week.
you they got. I bet you one of them got COVID.
That's what I would imagine.
I think Styles said on the bump that they're back next week. They were, God, I think he said they were in like Nigeria celebrating with Almost, and his family.
Good for him.
So yes, one of them got COVID. Yeah, precisely.
Apollo Crews in Nigeria, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know what he said. It was a country. That's why I stumbled saying it. I didn't want to say a country.
Classic Ryan.
I know that's what I'm treading lightly here.
I know Nigeria.
Afghanistan. I don't know what the hell he said.
Matt, you want to give yours?
Yes. So I also had Omega as my number one, just for the big win this week in a great match. I thought number two for me was Legado del Fantasma. Always going to pick that team if they put on matches like they did. And much like Mark, I enjoyed what Mercedes Martinez did on NXT this week. I like her kind of run towards a title match. I think that's much deserved, and I would like to see that program for sure. So anything to elevate her status as well. So Mercedes Martinez, numero tres.
Very good. My number three is Daniel Bryan. I thought he and Cesaro were featured extremely well. Friday night on SmackDown, they beat Seth Rollins, Jey Uso in a tag match. I gave Daniel Bryan the edge over Cesaro because Bryan has the match with the head of the table tomorrow night. If Bryan loses, then he is off SmackDown, so we can maybe get into that a little bit later on in the show. My number two, for all the reasons, Legado del Fantasma, great match, feels super important right now in NXT. And my number one, Ryan, yes, like almost everybody else, Kenny Omega, winner take all. It actually burned me to, my fingers hurt when I typed that out, but no, you win all the world titles that aren't the WWE basically in North America. You deserve the number one spot. So Kenny Omega is number one even on my list this week. So Tim, where does that lead us with the weekly and overall standings for the year?
So let's hide this draft coverage and let's put our wrestler of the week and of the year standings up. So with earning 1 point for this week, coming in fourth with 3 points is the new X Division champion, Josh Alexander. In third is Mercedes Martinez. In second is Legado del Fantasma. And earning first place honors across the board with 20 points is Kenny Omega. And how that breaks down after 3 weeks, we've got three-way ties. Of course, as the year moves on, there can be a lot more fluctuation right now, but it just so happens that nobody's really getting any repeat placement in the standings. But our top three are Bianca Belair, Cool Cow, and Kenny Omega. But Cool Kyle in fourth place is a tie with Hikaru Shida, Roman Reigns, and of course every member of whatever horrible thing Mark called the Legado del Fantasma.
Said something about a cat, right?
He said something about a cat in a fiesta and these pantalones or something.
That was my bad.
In seventh place, but technically third, Matt Riddle, Cesaro, and Mercedes Martinez. All of those scores are going to be up to date. They're on the spreadsheet right now that's available on 3countthursday.com. for the Wrestler of the Year standings. So you can always see where things line up at any given time. Those results actually get updated before the show airs, just to give you guys a little bit of inside baseball. But avoid your spoilers. And
Iron Man dies.
Correct. You are a so-and-so.
So yeah, if you want to visit 3 Count Thursday, which you should be doing fairly regularly anyway, but you can head, like you said, you can head over there. But that is the standings for the week.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?